We are doing a video today titled Asking My Wife Questions That Men Are Too Afraid to Ask. What is your opinion on faking? How often are girls in the mood but maybe don't say anything from the fear of either rejection or embarrassment?
I don't like to think about it. If we weren't together, like, I would always love you. There's no point in time where I wouldn't love you, but I wouldn't be in love with you, I don't think.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 3 of the Dicksons. Today is going to be the first video of the channel that is actually going to be, I guess, like the future of what the channel is supposed to be like. This is take like 1,000 because we just keep running into major tech issues that I won't go into complaining about because I would spend my entire podcast life talking about tech issues. But here we are. We are doing a video today titled Asking My Wife Questions That Men Are Too Afraid to Ask. I have a whole list of questions down beside me here, and we're just going to jump right into asking those. So I guess the first question would be, and also this is going to get my wife to talk more, which is actively what we are pursuing here as part of the podcast. So first question would be, what is something that you like? The other ones are going to be way more specific, but this one's going to be, what do you think guys miss the most about the way girls' brains work?
What do you think they miss the most?
Yeah, like what do you think men just truly don't understand? Like as a very generalized question, like what do you think they just don't understand about the way your brain works?
I mean, it's very emotional brain and not a lot of logic, just a lot of feel for me anyway.
Give an example.
I guess the way we work, huh? So when I get upset about something, there's just like a million different factors in my brain that I think of, where it's just very logical and it's just like a lot of black and white, and there's just lots of gray. There's 50 shades of gray in the brain for me.
Right.
So where it's like, that doesn't really make sense because A, B, and C. I'm like, no, but D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Like,
right.
There's just so much more. I know I suck at thinking of exact examples, I guess. Sorry.
So it would be like moments where I want to like problem solve your problems, but you just want to talk through the problems.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, what if they think this or this or this? What if this happens? There's a lot of what ifs too. And in men's brains, I think there's just, I don't know, this is how it is. This is what's going to happen. This is what could happen, but it's fine. And I just get more worried about everything, every possible outcome.
So it's like my brain wants to fix your problem, but yours is just like, there's not a problem to solve because the what ifs haven't happened to solve yet. It's almost like I'm here to solve your problems, but you're like, right, but none of those are problems yet because I'm just pursuing the comfortability knowing like what if they do happen, so that way I know. Okay. Question number 2. How often do girls think about sex? Do you think it's more or less than like the average? Maybe not so much you, or maybe if you can remember back to when you were single, young, didn't have kids, all the things that get in the way. But do you think women think about it more than men think they think about it?
Yeah. I think about it daily. And like, it's always random times too, where it's not like, I mean, when we are talking about it, obviously, but they'll just be like random times like, oh, think about like the last time, I don't know. Right. Sorry, mom and dad. But yeah, I think it's more than men would think, for sure. I mean, I could be wrong. There are probably some people where they're just so overstimulated or overtouched by their kids that it's like the last thing in their mind. So I think maybe case by case basis too. But on the average, I think they think about it just as much as men do.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's going to be inhibited by like being overstimulated, but I think the perception is that I think the general perception from men, not from me, but from in general, is that women don't aren't interested as much as men, and I've really never thought it's true.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
Right. How often are girls in the mood but maybe don't say anything from the fear of either rejection or embarrassment or lack of confidence or any other thing that gets in the way of just the way you guys think?
I don't know if I'm the right one for that question, because I know if I ever ask you, it's not going to be no.
Right.
I don't know. I don't, like I said, it doesn't really happen for me. So.
Right. Because it's like, if you think about it, like, I think girls in general do like it when men make the moves.
Yeah.
So the question is
or they're
probably
maybe thinking like, oh, I wish he would, it would be hot if he did, or I wish, like, I want to feel wanted.
right. Because there's like those popular apps. I don't remember what it's called, but it's supposed to help couples who apparently just don't communicate. And
like
it's
the thing
like
on
you're
Shark Tank.
maybe where it's
Where
like
they
if you
push a
press the
button.
button, yeah, if you press the button, or if you say that you're interested in this, which I don't understand why you just can't have a conversation with your
Yeah.
significant other, but it's like if you're both in the mood, press this button so that way you're not like feeling
And it doesn't light up unless you both touch it.
right. So
Which,
I guess
it's a good idea, but I don't know.
I feel like that's just to solve a problem that you just can't communicate. Why don't you just say like I'm in the mood, and they're just like nah. It's like all right.
Yeah,
But it's
like, I don't know if maybe in the very beginning of the relationship, maybe there was times where I felt that way, but now there isn't. I don't know.
right. Well, I mean, we've never had an issue with communicating either, though. So it's like if you actually chose to communicate and it was like I'm interested today, and you were like I'm just really stressed. It's like in my head it could be like what will help. Because obviously that's my goal, and you're like, it's really going to be hard to get me there today, to being interested with everything that's going on. That communication piece could just be like, I can help these things. Will that help you? And then it's not like a transactional thing, but it's just like, it would be appreciated that you're putting in effort, which will help.
Yeah, I really don't like, just kind of not off topic, but to the side, the idea of transactional things either.
No.
Like if I do this for you, like I'll do this for you later, or I don't know. It just
I feel like everything is technically transactional, and as long as like they're doing it in like a fun way that they both enjoy, it wouldn't bother me all that much.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want it to feel like a chore, like intimacy as a chore in exchange for other things. Because I mean, you can think about it all the time. There's like stuff that goes on online, like a husband helps out around the house with like stuff that like you maybe needed help with that day, and it's like, oh wow, I found that really attractive or whatever.
Yeah, and it's just kind of naturally.
So it's still kind of transactional if you think about it.
Yeah,
but like,
and to each their own. Like
you don't want it to be like, all right, I did some chores, so like, let's go.
Yeah. Just takes the romance out of it.
What is your opinion on faking? Yep. I won't say it because I don't.
That's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
That's a really bad idea. And it sets you both up for failure, because they're going to be like, I'm doing a great job. I'm going to keep doing this forever. And that's not working clearly. So no, you just got to be honest and again, communicate if something's not working or if you want something else. Communication is key for like any part of a relationship.
I feel like every single one of these questions that we do for these videos is literally just going to come down to people's inability to communicate.
Yeah.
Like, don't be worried about hurting their feelings. Like, if that wasn't good, just say that wasn't good.
Yeah.
You know your body better than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that's with you should strive to know you either second best or maybe just as much as you know yourself.
Yeah.
Or maybe even better, hopefully. But like, if it's bad, just say it's bad.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And I know you don't want to hurt their feelings, but I think overall,
well, they just got to set aside their egos then. It's just like everybody's different. Everybody likes different things. Certain things work for some people, don't work for other people. If it's your, first time, I understand it's like nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But like as long as you just say it in like a respectful way, what people don't think about, the girl might not have been the greatest experience for the guy.
Yeah.
You could say that without being a jerk. Yeah. Just like, oh, well, you just have to expect like we can do better as long as we communicate. But I mean,
Yeah, just have to be open.
Faking it and giving people the perception that they're doing a good job is going to lead to nothing more than more poor performances long term. So, I mean,
Yeah, you're just going to both not be satisfied.
right. Dad bod
Mm-hmm.
or athletic, working out, shredded, I guess, but, you know, not specifically like bodybuilder shredded, but so like shredded and in shape or dad bod.
I mean, I know a lot of people do favor the dad bod, but I am personally more for the athletic bod.
Right. I guess that is
I'd still love you and I'd still be attracted to you, but if I had my preference would be the athletic, yeah.
right. Yeah, I guess that one's not specific to women because I think it's, I feel like it changes.
Like, no shame for a dad bod.
Right. I feel like there are over exaggerated examples of like they're almost like saying like we're not talking about somebody who's just clearly let themselves go, doesn't put in any effort anymore and whatnot, compared to like bodybuilder on
which
testosterone.
I don't like either.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's why people end up saying that they like dad bods so much. It's not the fact.
It's just a normal.
Right. It's just a normal build guy. Like he's doesn't have time to hit the gym every single day anymore and maybe doesn't eat as healthy anymore, but still relatively stays somewhat in shape.
Yeah.
Right. It's almost like just like the bulkier look.
Yeah. So
than when you were
that'd be
younger.
completely fine. Yeah. Because my mind went to the extremes.
Right.
Extreme
Yeah. Everyone's
love,
always does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's why that's a question that men ask. So either way, Google searched and watched a bunch of videos to see which main questions men are like asking women or talking about amongst men. And then we're getting, even though it's specific to you, we're getting generalized questions.
Yeah.
So, hair or no hair?
Where? Like on the obvious part that you're asking, or like on the face?
You can separate it.
Okay. No hair, you know. And then if you shaved your beard, it makes me really sad. So don't do that, please. But I don't.
So you'd prefer manscaped?
Yes. And then scruff. I don't like a
long beard,
big beard, like Long John Silver. No, thank you.
So either way, it's going to be subjective. Some girls like hair, some don't. Not an issue either way.
Yeah.
Either way, I think most girls, and I'm not going to start answering for you, but more summarizing your answer is that taken care of.
Yes.
Not just
groomed.
Manscaped, groomed,
clean.
Wherever you keep hair, make it worth being around.
Yeah.
Clean and whatnot. Biggest turn on from what a guy has control over.
Confidence,
what is
probably.
Confidence?
But not arrogance or like cockiness.
How do you separate the difference? Especially when it comes to what, because I mean, I feel like with a guy, you're towing the line either way.
Yeah. If you come off kind of mean, like if it's questionable, if you're like, oh, that sounds kind of mean, I don't know, that's, I think, where it draws the line. But like if you know what you want, if you're, so like a little bit of cockiness, I guess, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. If you
I feel like you have to have the awareness and wisdom to be able to pull off higher levels of confidence, which will attract women more without lacking the ability to be humble and not having an ego.
Yeah.
Because either that or you don't improve.
Yeah. Like if you're just one of those like obnoxious guys that are just like, you're loud, but you're not like yelling at people or just being arrogant and just annoying, that is a turn off.
So it's more so being like direct, knowing what you want.
Yeah.
And knowing that.
And still being respectful.
Right.
Yeah. And being able to make you laugh and being funny. That's important too, I think.
So since we touched on personality traits, what is it's more specific to you, obviously, but what is biggest turn on aesthetic wise? Like, I guess which muscle group, which I know there's a lot of people that are liking hands nowadays, forearms, back. Girls kind of, I guess, shoot for anything at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. Arms are kind of nice. I don't know. In your face.
Well, I mean, yeah, you gotta have the face, but like, what is, I guess, if you had to choose one muscle group?
I don't know. The forearms, they just, I don't know.
But what is it about forearms?
I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just a I don't know,
A tool?
evolutionary thing.
Yeah. It just teaches
And,
for whatever
like,
reason.
abs, yeah, they're good.
Well, that's the tough part, is trying to keep abs but not falling into the dad bod. That's tough.
It is hard.
Is lingerie more for you or for me?
I think, well, it's for both, but I think it's more for you.
For me?
Yeah. And we, I don't know, like to wear it, like to feel more confident or fun or, sexy. But I think it's more meant to please your eyeballs.
I personally don't care what you wear.
Mm-hmm.
I do like things more than other things, sure. But I'll give you if you're wearing something that you like, that makes you think you look good in, the overall experience is going to be 10 times better for me.
Yeah.
So if you're if there was like an example, like I really loved, I don't know, leather or something like that, and you wore it, but you were like, I don't really know how this makes me feel.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me. I'm more interested in whatever you're wearing making you think you look good.
Right. That makes sense.
Because the same thing, like, I feel like you're able to enjoy the experience more when you feel like you look good, or you feel like over specifically like what I like. But I guess it depends on what trait you are, in terms of, there are people pleasers in that aspect, and then there are people who are like what they like. So I don't care what you wear personally, but so your answer is more for me, but
it is for both. Yeah.
Yep. Is men being over emotional / crying a turnoff? And I'll break that up, because I think it's more fair to say at what stages of the relationship would that affect you more in terms of your view of the guy?
I mean, crying, no, it's not a turnoff. If you're crying every day about something, or just like little things like me, like I do, then it would honestly be a little bit of a turnoff. Yeah. And in terms of when in the relationship, I guess it depends on like what you have going on. Like if you have something hard and difficult going on, or like you lose somebody, obviously like you're gonna cry, and it's not gonna scare me away or make me think less of you. Yeah, so no, it's not a turnoff, but I guess if it's excessive,
right,
then
so
it
like
would be.
it's subjective as to like the why.
Yeah, and I want you to be open and with your feelings, and transparent with me, and like comfortable enough to show those emotions. That's important and good.
So it would be like if we had been talking for a month and my dad died, obviously there's not going to be any judgment or any concern. No. I wouldn't need to hide it. But if we were 2 months into talking and I was crying just because work was just tough today, or what, just like the regular struggles that might, happen, I feel like you would not want to judge.
Yeah.
But like
maybe a little bit.
Yeah. It would happen indirectly, like it's good as a man not to withhold, emotion, or
for sure
hold it in or anything. But like if
it makes me happy when you share emotions with me.
If I did need to cry, I just probably don't do it, with my significant other right away. Not because I'm worried about what that makes me look like as a man.
If you would.
Right. But I'm saying like early on, like if we're on like our second date and it's just like, sorry, I'm just going through some roughs, I'm probably not going to share that. Right? Like I'm just not. And not that there's anything wrong with it, but just like I would think the same thing, even girls it's like much more widely accepted that to show emotion.
I was crying the first day you talked to me.
Yeah, true. But like, yeah, that is true. You were. The first interaction we ever had, you were crying.
Yeah, I don't think, like, if you had something going on and you cried on our first date, I would not be like, oh my God, this guy is such a loser and I don't want to see him ever again. No, that just makes you a shitty person, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if it's excessive, if you're crying multiple times a day, then, yeah, But no.
I feel like as what a woman wants in a guy from is like stability.
Mm-hmm.
To where it's like if you were crying, they would be like, I understand this, right? This makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I do think stability is a good trait to have, to where it's like, I'm going through some stuff, I got it under control. I think that is a good trait to have as a man, to be a very stable.
Yeah, I'm unstable.
Not unemotional, not restricting emotions, not like if you go through stuff, you go through stuff in every way. But I think having emotional stability to try to provide a safety
Mm-hmm.
for you to be emotional and you to work through things. But
Yeah.
it's hard to describe. Like, I think our balance has been equal. Like, you've seen me cry. I've never been worried.
Yeah.
All the things I've cried about have been fairly reasonable.
Breaks my damn heart, but yeah.
Yeah, guys crying is pretty tough.
It is. It's so hard. Like, it's just immediately you start tearing up.
Like, I saw my dad cry when my Uncle Doug passed away. It was like the first time I saw my
Aw.
dad cry. I didn't cry, but I was just like,
Wow, what is this?
almost like terrified. I was just like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what to do. It was very odd, and not in like a bad way,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just like,
Makes you feel
I didn't hug
something.
him like I probably could have, but I was just like, I just kind of just stood there, and I was just like, he's like, yeah, Doug passed, and he was crying, and I was like,
Oh, God. That would destroy me. I could never imagine your dad crying.
yeah, no, that might be the only time I saw him cry. Was that one time?
Wow.
How important is height?
I mean, I want you to be a little taller than me, but you don't need to be freaking 6 foot tall.
Right.
Like, I mean, I know it matters to some women, and it's like whenever you read all these books, they're like, oh, 6'3", 4,
yeah.
whatever. I'm like, it's not necessary.
Probably
Cool if
just
you are,
at
but-
least taller than you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least just not shorter than me. Which, if you met a great guy and you loved him, and they're like, my aunt and uncle have been married a long time. He's a lot shorter than she is,
Right.
and they're happy, and it's fine. But yeah, for me, I would want at least as tall as me, a little bit taller, which you are. But no, you don't need to be a skyscraper.
Right. How often do women talk about sex with their friends?
I feel like it depends on your friend too, like which friend, because like some friends I have, it's like almost every time we get together there's something, and then there's other friends which it never comes up. So I feel like it depends on your dynamic with your girlfriends. It depends.
So could be never,
Yeah.
could be
I'm really
every
great
day,
at
buddy.
answering these.
No, I mean it's obviously they're going to be tailored to subjective, and you're obviously not of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Because
I
there's
have
not a
such
lot
a
of
wide array of friends too.
you have
like
a wide array
different
you have a wide
kind
array
of
of friends, and you also skipped basically neither of us ever actually dated people.
Yeah.
So we never pursued or considered. I never considered a taller girl than me.
Yeah.
You never considered, a shorter guy than you or whatever. So it's like,
It's like I have some friends that have been married for 10 years, some that are dating, married, now dating again. It's just a wide array.
what is the hardest part about being a woman that men just actively don't see if they just like aren't somebody who's, been chronically monogamous or just like with another woman for a long period of time? Because there's a lot of guys who maybe, raised in even just like a family, but maybe just never really have gotten to know women yet. I mean, there could be a variety of age groups watching this that just haven't really.
I feel like my brain is instantly going to as a mom and woman, so I don't know if that's right.
What do you mean?
But as like just as a woman, it's different than as a mom, like as a woman/mom.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking, like, what is the hardest thing about being a woman in terms of what you go through on a daily basis, or that men other than like me, obviously I'm going to know, but what do you think men might not know about the struggles of being a woman?
I feel like as woman as a whole, it's just kind of scary to be a woman because you're so fragile and men could literally just do anything they wanted to at any time. Like, it's not safe for you to walk home sometimes, or it's like, I wouldn't want to go out at night. Like, I don't want to walk. And as safe as our town is, like, I still wouldn't want to go out and walk at night. And as a man, I feel like that isn't really the case.
I hate these conversations, not the one you're having, but the one it makes me think of, because they talk about this sometimes and they're like, well, like, and then people will bring up like these stupid statistics that are just like, well, men are actually more of a victim of other violence than women. And so you should like, that's not the point of the conversation. The point of the conversation is
that may very well may be true, but
it probably is. Men are probably involved in more situations where they are attacked by other men more than women are, but it's only because women just avoid those situations a lot because of it. Like, I might be out walking around because I'm not worried, and it's like, oh, whoops. Yeah. And then something happens. But the issue.
Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
And like in the dating world, you could just like get kidnapped. You could just, have bad things happen to you when you meet up with somebody that you don't know. So that's really hard, I think, and more of a concern as a woman than a man, I would think.
It makes me think of another question that I didn't have written down, but how do men, with that in mind, because there are men that give other men bad images, and you now have to be cautious for your own safety for a variety of obvious reasons. How do men actively still pursue women nowadays without A, coming off creepy, but B, still wanting to be confident but not worry you? Because this is like probably the hardest thing that I see men deal with, is it's like they'll approach somebody and just be like, I find you very attractive. Like, are you like, and it'll be a one-off conversation, and then it'll be recorded, thrown online type things where it's just like, I can't believe he would say that.
And the gym things.
Yeah, it's
I
just
hate
like
the gym things.
Like I still feel like women want to be the people who are approached.
Yeah.
Right. So they want to be approached, but men want to do it in a way that's obviously not coming off as creepy. But then also at the same time, they don't want to risk, being shamed for, the interactions. Like, well, girls don't want to be approached at the gym, and if they're out with their friends, they don't want to be approached at the bar and messed with, right? And then it's just like, how do men meet women?
I feel like I'm not going to be loved for this, but I think women kind of annoy me sometimes with this. Like, if you're going to record your butt at the gym, or you're going to wear something very revealing, and like a man just like glances in your direction or whatever, they just like a quick look and then they look away or whatever, and they're like just get blasted online about all this stuff.
Right. There's a difference between somebody glancing at you, which is probably the reason you wore it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Glancing, and then there's a difference between staring. So I mean,
right. And I mean, there are creepers out there, don't get me wrong.
Right. So I mean, I guess like it's kind of, I think the main issue is it's a lack of people having enough interaction in their lives nowadays to recognize when things are okay and aren't.
Yeah.
If there's a girl that's attractive at the gym and you glance her direction, you're like, she's pretty. As long as you don't stare, I don't know. There's not like a timeline. It's not
3
like
seconds. That's all you get.
It's not been like 4 seconds. So, oh, whoops. So it's like, I feel like it's an issue with, like, I guess the answer to my own question is just like reading the room. Like, you just need to recognize.
I was going to say, like, read the room, read her, and don't come on too strong. Or if she says she's not interested, or, oh, no, thank you, or, I have a boyfriend, just respect that and move on.
I think men need to not be afraid, and I think men need to be direct and to the point. Kind of like the conversation earlier about confidence. Like, I find you attractive. Don't mean to approach you at the gym.
Yeah.
But I just thought you were attractive. Was wondering if you are seeing anybody. If not, you'd be interested in exchanging numbers or going out sometime. And if she's like, no thanks, you're just like, all right, bet. And then you say, have a nice day, and you leave.
Right. And it's kind of hard for me too, because like I've never been single.
Right. We're going to be so bad at this because we aren't in the dating scene. But in terms of perspective on being together 15 years and just seeing what other people and friends are going through, it's like
just don't be a creep. Be respectful. You can approach a woman and say that, you think she's beautiful, you think she's pretty, anyone wants to hear that. But just don't push it, I guess. I don't know.
Know when you're not welcomed.
Yeah.
And just hope that people are going to be kind when you were, trying to shoot your shot, as they say.
Yeah, and there are going to be some women that are just like not interested in anything right now or whatever. They're going to shoot you down immediately. Like just keep not trying with her, but just keep trying.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the issues. Is like you're never going to be good at it at first. Yeah. I think as long as you come humbly and apologetic if you don't do it right, or just ask your other friends that are girls.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be an issue. Not a lot of men might not have a lot of friends that are girls.
True.
Ask your mom, I guess.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine? Like, if I say this to, I don't know, maybe I feel like you have to live in today's day and age. I don't feel, maybe you can't ask like an older generation, because it's just
Probably
like things
not.
have changed.
They're like, if he's mean to you, that means he likes you. Like,
yeah, it's all
that
different
whole
things.
thing.
I think playing these games is just I would just be awful in the dating scene anyway.
Yeah, no games. I would fall for everything. Like they
it's
would
just
say
like you can't double text or something like that. And it's just like, if I like you, I'm probably texting you. I'll be honest.
I don't know.
It's like
all
you
these
can't double
rules.
text. You have to like leave them a message and then wait like 4 hours and then respond to act as if like you're busy and like so they're more interested. Like
in Suits when he's like, I know I'm supposed to wait like 3 days, but
Yeah.
can today just be the 3 days?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
supposed to
why
wait a
is
certain
it 3
amount of
days?
Would you love me if I stopped trying in our relationship still?
You stop trying, like physically, or just trying in the relationship altogether?
All around.
It's like, I think I wouldn't be in love with you, but I would always love you. Like, even if we, for some reason, I don't like to think about it. If we weren't together, like, I would always love you. There's no point in time where I wouldn't love you, but I wouldn't be in love with you, I don't think. I don't like that. Oh.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, you can't stop trying ever in a relationship.
Yeah.
Or expect. It's like the same way with like friends. Like, you can't expect to, like right now, it's like there's plenty of times where you could say that certain friends, we would never expect to like not be as good friends with them anymore, but it just happens because you just don't have the time to invest. And obviously
Is this the one Nikki was like, oh man, she's going to struggle with this one?
I think so.
She knew it. She knew I was going to cry.
So it's like, you have to try the entire time.
Yeah.
Every year, every month, every day, you can't just stop trying.
No.
And I feel like a lot of people stop trying.
Yeah.
They stop
It's really
trying
sad.
physically. They stop trying mentally. They stop trying to make each other's day better.
Mm-hmm. And if you weren't you and you didn't try, and I'm already having a horrible time with the kids and I'm just this hot mess all day, every day, and you weren't putting in the effort to be the rock and just be like strength for me and still love me, then we would fail. It wouldn't work.
I was wrong. That isn't the one that she said that would do that. That's the next question.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. The next question is would you remarry if I died?
Oh, fuck no. I'm done. Like, no. I don't think I would.
You would just be alone?
I would probably I would just never have a man. I would be with a woman or something. I don't know. Like, just the thought of another man. Just, no.
So just no remarrying, no.
Just hang out with the kids. Be a cool grandma. Hopefully.
So I just got to not go
hang out with my
'cause-
girlfriends.
Yeah.
We're still drinking wine and hanging out like we always do. No, fuck that. Would you?
This is not my
Fine.
next episode. You can ask me some questions. Getting close to the end of the questions here. What was that one? Hold on. Oh, do you even as married, feel flattered, like get good feelings when men clearly are interested or hit on you?
It's like an icky feeling. It's like getting ID'd makes me feel a little better than that, though. It's like, it's nice to know that you still got it. Like, oh, okay. But at the same time, even though, like, if they, I don't know, because if they know I'm married or if they know that, I'm like, that's icky, that's annoying. But if they didn't know, it would be, I guess, a little more flattering. Like, it's just nice to know you still got it. But
because like you'll only take my word so much, where it's just like he's like, yeah, he says I'm beautiful or attractive, like, yeah, okay. But then like if somebody else says it, it's like, okay, maybe he was right.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I get way more excited if a woman tells me that. Like, if my friends tell me that, or a random girl. And I like to do that too. Like, I like to tell random people, like, oh, you look really great. And like,
so from the past 10 minutes, it's basically just confirmed that you're on the prowl for women. If I'm gone, is pretty much what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
Yep. You're just like, I don't want guys too, but girls fine. If you die, I'm not dating a guy. But
no, as for like the compliments and stuff, as a completely non-sexual thing. Like, it's just like, I don't know, I'm a girl's girl. Yeah.
Final question is about body count.
Okay.
So, are you ashamed of yours, and should people be ashamed of theirs when it comes to dating? And do you hold it against... not do you hold it against, but do you recognize that men will care, and how do you feel about people that care, or like that it would affect that?
I'm not ashamed of mine at all. Very comfortable with that, and I don't know, kind of proud of it, to be honest. What was the second part? I'm sorry.
It was just like, how do you feel about the fact that, you know, other people's will be judged by the potential person they're going to be dating?
It's hard because I feel like there is a stigma around, like, if it's a high number, because they're like, it's kind of, but at the same time, you don't know what that person went through. Like, they could have had, like, each relationship, they're like, oh, this is the one, what, you know? And even if they didn't, I mean, do what you want. It sucks that they'll be judged for that. Yes.
Usually so like, it sucks that they're judged. It doesn't make them a bad person.
No.
It doesn't make them a less valuable partner. I think the thing is that, like, I try to stress to people when we talk about this, is I don't shame people for their preferences.
Yeah.
So if you want to pursue somebody below a certain body count, can that matter to you? Sure.
Yeah.
You just have to recognize that you are limiting your pool, especially as you get older, because as you get older, it's just, people are going to have higher. It's just natural.
And I mean, you have needs as a human.
Right.
So
right.
I'm not going to shame you for just
and not everyone gets super
enjoying
lucky and
yourself.
is just in a 15-year relationship right after a 5-year relationship. Like you went from 4-ish years right into 15 years. So I mean, you luckily, you know, never had the time where you were alone and needed that and you know, and
yeah. And I think as a younger person that hasn't lived as much and had as many experiences, you are a little more judgy about it, I think, in general. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But then you get older and you get life experience and you realize, like, people are human, and it's, you just don't care.
Like, what I would say to other guys is, it's just like, you are allowed to care. That's fine. You're allowed to care, but you just have to recognize that A, you're limiting your potential pool, and B, in that pool could be somebody that you really connect with.
Yeah.
And the same way I would say for girls, if they're like, I want somebody who has a lot of experience, like, we'll use the exact opposite example. I wouldn't shame them for wanting somebody with a lot of experience either. Yeah. Doesn't make anything wrong with the guy. And I wouldn't also, for opposite, if they were just like, you know what, I'm glad if you were like, I'm glad when I dated you, you had only been with like one other person, just from a selfish standpoint, I don't want you to have been with a bunch of people.
Yeah, I don't want to think about the past ones.
Right. So it's like, I don't shame people for their preferences. I think it becomes a major taboo thing to where people try to use it to shame / denounce, you know, somebody else's morals or integrity or anything like that. It's not that.
Like, they could be the best, most kind person in the world and slept with a lot of people, and it doesn't change how
doesn't
great
even
they
mean they
are.
wouldn't even be a good partner for you. That's what
Yeah.
people have to understand is like that person might be a very good fit for you.
Yeah.
If you're choosing to opt them out, you can, but just
Mhm.
know that you limiting that pool limits potential partners that would have been good for you long term. I think that's what
Right.
people need to understand is doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that person.
Right.
You're allowed to have a preference and just be like, you know what, maybe not. You know, is it a preference I respect or like that I would follow? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll never really know because, like I said, we're not great about answering these because we're not dating.
Right.
But all I would say is that people put too much investment into it when
Yeah.
it comes to if you're going to be compatible with them or not.
Mm-hmm.
And it also depends on what baggage you're coming from that. Because, I mean, like, it's not even so much about body count, but more so why those things happen. Like, if you come from 5, 6, 7, 8 failed relationships, that's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just about the actual number of partners. To me, it'd be more about how many, failed relationships have you been in. But that wouldn't also remove you from being a candidate that I'm choosing to possibly date or pursue either.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to understand, especially as you get older, the more people that you've dated, the more baggage you come with.
Yeah.
Like if I got cheated on the past 4 times, I might put up some walls that make me a less viable partner for you because it's just like I just have so much baggage and maybe I don't like that you text other people and maybe I always want to know what you're doing and maybe it's like in a way that makes it unhealthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm just doing it in the back of my head subconsciously because I want to prevent that trauma that happened 6 times to me now because
Right. And it can definitely affect future relationships.
Right.
For sure. But yeah, I don't no, it's hard for me because we are so different than other people.
Right. Like I said,
I just wouldn't, in the back of my mind, it'd be like, oh, I wonder if those people were better at this than I am. Or I think that, that is what I would be more cautious about or self-conscious about. But yeah, just because you've slept with a good amount of people doesn't make you a bad person or anything.
I guess it'd be an easier way to say, like, if you didn't get lucky and go from a 4-year relationship to a 15-year relationship and you had failed relationships throughout your 20s, like, your numbers could be much, much, much higher.
Who knows?
It wouldn't make you a worse person right now than you were. And if, like, we met now, if I didn't choose you, even though you had the same personality trait because you had been with more people, I would be removing the opportunity for this, which would be an overall failure really on my part.
I feel like that's why people lie about things too.
Yeah, that's a tough one though, because it's like, if it's for the greater good, like if he doesn't know or whatever, or she doesn't know about my past, like maybe that makes this work because I really do feel like we're compatible. But I also think that like if you start off a relationship with lying, I don't know. I'm a zero tolerance lying / cheating / any of that. So I feel like you just got to be honest.
It's really tricky. I feel like it's a very taboo thing.
It is. It's just because all these garbage dating.
Like I don't want to offend anybody right now either, but
conversations, intent is what matters. And we're not intending to place judgment. We're just saying like as an example, there's nothing wrong with you being proud of having made good choices and accepting the fact that you got lucky with your partners and whatnot to be where you are now, but also acknowledging that if you didn't get lucky, yours might be much higher.
It could.
Yep. I had one more question in my brain.
Did you forget it?
I did.
Oh, no.
I didn't have it written down, but I was like, I know this is actually a good question to follow up on that.
No.
But I don't remember what it is. But so to summarize, if I die, if any girls are interested, let her know. She likes compliments from girls, not guys.
Yep.
No body count doesn't matter. We do have one more giveaway, which is another Elgato face cam.
I was like, didn't you just do that last night? It didn't record.
Yep. Fun fact. We did a recording last night on a certain episode and sat here for an hour and a half and it didn't record.
Good times. Good times.
I was very upset.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess as upset as I get where I just go, I can't believe this. And then
was
sat there for
tired.
about 10 minutes and then was like, well, I did think about it all day. Like all day, just like I hate wasting. I think it's not about like the conversation. The conversations were good. It was a good video. So I think that's a little disappointment. I just hate failing and I hate wasting time. Like I wasted an entire night.
Like this time that we get is sacred. The kids are sleeping.
Right.
This isn't very much time that we get every day.
True. So if you guys, I should probably start mentioning this more. If you guys haven't followed the channel, not followed, this is YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell to let you know when we're uploading videos, et cetera, et cetera. Make sure you do that. If you guys know somebody that would like this channel, it's a big help, grassroots growth to recommend this to friends, family, random people on the street. I don't care.
Yeah.
And
Everybody.
yeah, anybody. Just literally anybody that you think might like this. Have them come check it out.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next Thursday, which maybe my wife will ask me some questions in this same way. And my answers, hopefully, will be super interesting enough to where, Also, I'm getting sidetracked, but I bought this game called Let's Get Deep. After Dark Expansion. Questions for couples. But I looked through those questions, and it was a lot of questions that I was like, oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
So I am going to restrict that video until we get to what's a good subscriber number? No, you probably won't know subscriber numbers. You're going to say something small like, oh, once we get like 1,000. No, it has to be bigger because this is like
6,900.
That is a good
to
number.
go with the let's get deep questions.
That is a good number. I'm still going to say higher. I'm going to say 10,000 subscribers.
Fair enough.
10,000 subscribers. We answer these questions.
X-rated.
Yeah.
We're going to have to
bleep and be very creative with the words we use.
Okay.
But
don't watch Mom and Dad.
yeah. Yeah, Mom, Dad, potential kids in the future.
Yeah.
Skip this episode maybe, and we'll see you guys next video next Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern, every Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It's still switching to camera too.
Really? Is it because it's on the couch?
I don't know. It's not supposed to swap to you unless it hears like more than minus 35 decibels.